Hi, this is Dominic from Paphos Life, and in today's film we're going from Anarita to Foinikas via the water treatment plant. So let's have the map up first of all. We're starting off in the village of Anarita, just above the motorway you can see in the bottom left. We're going up the road to Nata, but turning right to the water treatment plant on the Asprokremmos Reservoir. Then we're going down the hill and we're turning right through seemingly blue waters to get to Foinikas, but as you'll see, it's all gone, the water. So well, not all of the water's gone, but enough of it's gone so that we can take a relatively easy route to get to Foinikas, which is why I've done this film, because lots of people want to know how to get there. And the usual route, starting from the other end by Nata, is quite bumpy, whereas this one is a little bit better. Though still not suitable really for regular cars, especially if you've got a car hire, car even. You should check with your car company first that it's allowable. And we've left Anarita. We're doing some village repairs there. The road was actually blocked. And this is the back road to Nata. Now, bear in mind that there's a military place on the left, so don't go filming up that route. Well, on the right here is a sign there for Foinikas. It's bizarre, considering the village was basically abandoned in 1974. I do find it funny that they still have road signs to it. And you take the left turn here, you can see the sign to the water treatment plant. Just follow that, basically. Please do subscribe to our channel if you like our films and want to see more of them, because it encourages us. Click any notification bell that you see, etc. And if you want to help us out financially, go to our Buy Me a Coffee page at buymeacoffee.com/PaphosLife and chuck us a few coffees. They are gratefully received. I normally have a bit about our e-commerce site where you can buy the usual mugs and stuff like that, but we're in the process of changing that. So I'll go straight onto our Facebook page, Paphos Life. If you want to get notified whenever we publish anything on Facebook, YouTube, or our main website, follow our Paphos Life Facebook page, because the notification will appear there. It'll appear elsewhere as well, but it'll always appear there. And also join our Paphos Chat Facebook group to say hello, or our Cyprus Chat Facebook group to say hello about the whole of Cyprus. And here endeth the marketing. So yeah, we've driven out of Anarita and we're taking the little road that goes up to the water treatment plant. Now, there is a balls of steel route to get to Foinikas, which if you turn left just before the water treatment plant, there's a farm track. And then if you go down there, there's a turning on the right, which you can drive down if you've got balls of steel and a buggy, basically. Or you can park up there and walk down. That route is the best way for walking to Foinikas at any time of the year, really. But here's the water treatment plant. There's the turning on the left, although I think actually I'd gone past that already. So excuse my lack of professionalism. As you can see, we're using the nice wide-angle lens again. That's gone down very well. And I've even got an ND filter on to get rid of some of the summer glare. I can't really call it summer glare, it's more like spring glare. You know what I mean? Right, you'll start to see the reservoir itself now, and the white collar, which indicates how low the water is. It's under 25% full now. And what alarms me more than anything, not so much the level, but the fact that 3 years ago, in April 2022, this reservoir was full. So it's lost all its water in just 3 years, which gives you a clue of how much the water demands in Paphos have increased recently due to building work, I guess. Which is why, I mean, I do see talk of cloud seeding, but I just find that completely a bad idea. In that you really are messing with how nature works and regulates the whole planet. You're much better off, as far as I can see, going the desalination plant route. I did even read that there are desalination plants that are like portable and exist on boats. Not sure how it works, but to me that would be a very handy solution, because you could have them out to sea and then they could come in and pump their water onshore that way. But there's the reservoir. What's left of it, you can see that side of it towards the dam, which you can just see on the right, looks okay. But when you get to Foinikas, in previous years I filmed it, and the water's been lapping around the rocks there. There's none there whatsoever. Now the road here is quite bumpy, but it's nothing that can't be done if you go just nice and slowly like we're doing it here. You'll also see signs of old cobbles, because this used to be the main road into Foinikas, as you saw from that signpost. They did like their little cobbled roads. Reminds me of Guildford High Street. I don't know if that's still cobbled though. It was when I was a kid. Right, and that's the extent of the water in the Asprokremmos Reservoir. Now, the fact that there isn't much water there does mean that we can take the route that we're going to take, which is one advantage. But there's, right in the far distance, is Foinikas. And in the not too distant past, you couldn't go down this route because it was flooded, believe it or not. That, of course, is not a problem anymore. But I remember when it was flooded, trying to get across, the mud was just terrible. Right, so we're going to be turning right here. You can turn left as well. That would take you around the old route that was flooded, but no longer is flooded, obviously. But that's a bit trickier to drive. I'm not saying it's necessarily a walk in the park, but the other route, you might find some ravines in the middle of the track. You have to forgive my voice. I'm still trying to get rid of my bronchioles. I thought they'd gone, but they came back again with a vengeance last week. Anyway, I decided I'd drive across the little bridge. I don't think it's a Venetian bridge. It's labelled on the map as such, but there seems to be a tradition in Cyprus at the moment of labelling any vaguely old bridge as Venetian, but I don't think this one is. And it was trickier on the other side to drive over, it has to be said. So to be quite honest, I wouldn't bother driving over. I would just take the track that goes around it. So now we're on what is normally the bed of the Asprokremmos Reservoir, which is now just a little track. Relatively easy drive, just be aware that there might on occasion be a boulder in the middle which you can't see because of the vegetation. I was a little bit disappointed because sometimes in springtime Foinikas is gloriously yellow completely, but I think I just missed that by a week or two. You can still see a little bit of yellow in the flowers here, but when it's really yellow, it's an amazing sight. It really is. The whole village is just covered. So yeah, watch out for the plants in the middle. There were lots of white butterflies I noticed as well, which is nice. I mean, a few years ago, there was an invasion of butterflies from Israel. I think they were red admirals, but I could be wrong. And they were literally everywhere. I mean, you drive from Paphos to Polemi and your car would be orange because so many of them had been hit by it. It was the most phenomenal sight I've ever seen. It was absolutely beautiful. And I was amazed at how rugged your average butterfly was, because you'd see one that'd been battered in the wind and it'd literally have just one half of one wing remaining, and yet it would still be able to fly. I'm hoping that happens again at some point, as long as it's not to their own detriment. But it was an amazing sight. And Foinikas, the reason it's so famous is because the Knights Templar used to have a stronghold here when they ruled Cyprus during their brief tenure of ownership. And you can find out more about the Knights Templar by going to Panararodes. There's a museum of the Knights Templar there. They're only open 3 days a week. You should check out our main website. I'll stick a link in the description actually to the blog article we wrote about it. It's well worth a little visit though. And while you're there, you can go and see the other museums they got up there, because there's quite a few of them in the villages above the Akamas now. I'm quite glad this is just a short film though, because I can feel my voice going. But I will persevere. So yeah, on the right in this village, on that rocky outcrop, that's the oldest part, I think, where the Knights Templar would have had their base. But all this village and all of the abandoned villages, they don't last forever. So if you do want to see them, don't sort of like, oh, I'll go next year or whatever. Make the effort when you can, because parts of them are falling apart all the time. I mean, there used to be a very nice outdoor oven in this village, which collapsed a few years ago, as an example. But we're coming into the village now. Some lovely old olive trees. And you see the occasional water feature as well, because one thing the villages didn't really have much of was infrastructure, such as electricity and all that, but they did have lots of shared water features, like the one you can just see on the right up here. That was one of the reasons why they didn't get repopulated by Greeks, Cypriots fleeing from the north after the 74 invasion. Anyway, we're going to stop here. I flew the drone, which you've already seen, and I will just say thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next film. Cheers!